Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong, welcome to the back office. I've got in my hand this wobbly jar of fun because this is the 360 Fly 360 degree HR camera. You can see it comes in this novel box like a cylinder. In fact, it is a cylinder and it pops open. We've got the camera here and it unlocks from this base. So the actual container is using the same locking mechanism, isn't that cute, as the actual unit itself. And the unit is this little thing here. It's an orb, a sphere of goodness. So here you've got a lens that is offering, I'll tell you exactly what it's offering. It's offering 360 degrees around this way and 240 degrees of that way. So I don't know how that 240 degrees works, but there you go. It's beyond the horizons, as it were. And it's basically like a GoPro. A GoPro that effectively means you don't need to crop your image because it's recording everything around you at once, all of the time. And it uses the software to discombobulate that into something you can view. The format of the video is something quite strange. I think it was like 1500 by 1500 when I checked. It's a square picture, which makes sense. And a little bit about this. It's got one button at the front here and it's got an LED. In fact, I'll push the button so you can see what happens. There we go. So it flashes blue to let you know it's booting up, and then when it goes steady, it means it's ready to go. Then you can push that again and it will become a red light. While that's doing that, I'll just show you the bottom. It's got the contacts here because it uses USB, and these are the USB signals, and here there's sort of a keyed hole, and you'll see very clearly how that works here. So it locks in and then twists. And that's the sort of a quarter turn twist, and it's a very secure base. I mean, they've got these things in the kit I'll show you that let you mount it on helmets and things like that. It does look a bit silly, but that's the price you pay for capturing everything. Now when I push the button here, it vibrates, flashes red, and now it's recording. So it's recording all around. Hello. There's I'll just stop that. You'll feel it vibrate again a few times. There's a hole in the bottom, that's the speaker hole. And I just want to show you the accessories. So you have this main mount. So that goes on here. Okay. And if we just dig through the box before we go any further, you've got a book with a lens cloth, a USB wire, that's pretty much standard USB, micro USB, a nice case, and you can see it's like a golf ball case, so it puffs up like that nicely. Okay, nice case. You've got two suction sticky mounts, not suction mounts. One is flat for on a flat surface, such as I don't know really, the top of a car or something like that. And then you've got another one which is slightly curved. You can see it's just slightly curved. So that's to go on top of a helmet or a hard hat. And then, if you really are an adventurer, you can use this extra mount here, which it's got a slightly different mounting system in that there's no intermediary mount. The camera goes straight onto this one. And those of you savvy enough will recognise it's pretty much a standard GoPro mount. So that'll mount to all your existing things. There is a small hole here on these for this lanyard, and this lanyard actually has a small plug on the end, if you can see that tiny little plug. And that goes into the back of the camera to block the microphone. So I'm presuming it's reasonably water resistant. This whole setup's quite water resistant as long as that hole's plugged. So, boop. It does say insert to make water resistant, remove when recording audio. So how water resistant, I don't know. Is there anything else in the box? Oops. No, the box is empty. Now this one curious thing about the box, when I see this, it says do not throw away the tilt mount. Do not throw away the tilt mount, which sort of implies this disc, that's the packing disc, is some sort of a mount. So I'm just going to figure this out. This tilt mount. So I'm trying to be foot back in it. Or it goes, quite as heavy. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's a strange shape. It's got some holes here, some features here, like hold something. I'm not going to. Right, let's see if we can Who knows? But what I do like about this plastic mount is that if you're in a car, I think you could bolt this onto the top of your headlining and fit this above you, and that will get a really good, interesting picture in a vehicle. So just to tell you, this software, I'm not gonna show you the software. It's quite simple. You can go on the website and see what it does. It's really simple. It actually lets you download the images from the camera straight into its little library, and then it allows you to push those up to Facebook or YouTube. There's not too many editing facilities there, and you know, unfortunately, it's actually quite difficult to play with this video because there's a lot of metadata and things needed. Because as you can imagine, if you're using this in a Google Cardboard, it needs to know all sorts of things about the image, so it can work out the focal depth and how to rotate around the image and things like that. So it's all a bit complicated, and the sound isn't 3D. The sound is still only 2D sound. It doesn't change as you move around. So there's a lot of scope for improvement in the APIs and things like that going forward. But what I will do is I'll record some footage of this and I'll publish it. The links will be down below. They'll also be accompanying this video, so you can go and look at it inside the YouTube viewer. The YouTube viewer actually does allow you to move around the image, even on your telephone. You know, you can move your phone around and it will actually show you this panoramic view as I'm, say, walking around with it, whatever I happen to be doing. And if you do have Google Cardboard, I have tried this, it actually works great. So you do get a kind of a pseudo VR experience with these. This unit is about £400, so it's incredibly expensive, I think, really. Low light performance isn't great, but outdoors it seems fine. So, you know, that's pretty much typical for any kind of camera, and something with a lens like this, which is going to be warping the image so much. I can see inside, it's quite a tiny sensor. If we can get that to focus on there. So you can see it's really quite a tiny sensor, so it's always going to be subject to needing a lot of light to work. And I do see on the market several cheaper models from China, but they all look like they have far lower resolution, and I really don't know what you're going to get for a £50 version of this. If you do own a Micro Four Thirds camera and probably other camera systems, you can get lenses that are offering similar levels of distortion to these. So I don't know if you have a regular camera, if you can actually use one of these lenses and then upload that to YouTube. That's something you can experiment with. So yeah, have a look at those videos, see how you what you think. Is it a technology that's ready, or is it still really in its infancy? Who knows? Please feel free to subscribe for more tech junk from me, and please feel free to comment down below and let me know your experience or any questions you have. And as ever, thanks for watching.